Welcome to Retro Rides Garage. Buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into automotive history to uncover 13 of the wildest classic cars. You've probably never seen cars so rare, so radical, even Jay Leno would raise an eyebrow. These machines go way beyond the typical vintage showstoppers. We're talking about outrageous designs, forgotten prototypes, and custom builds that broke every rule in the book. Some were ahead of their time, others were simply too bold for the market. But all of them share one thing: they turn heads and drop jaws. From space-age styling to monstrous engines tucked into unlikely frames, these classics push the boundaries of imagination. Whether you're a hardcore gearhead or just here for a wild ride, this countdown will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about classic cars. So hit that like button, subscribe to Retro Rides Garage, and stick around, because number one is a rolling masterpiece that even left Jay Leno seriously impressed. Let's hit the road and meet the legends. Number 30. The Dodge Monaco was a full-size sedan introduced in 1965, designed to compete in the growing personal luxury and performance market, and it evolved over the years into one of Dodge's most recognized nameplates through the 1970s and beyond. Initially offered as a premium trim level above the Polara, the early Monaco featured upscale styling, spacious interiors, and powerful V8 engines, including the legendary 383 and 440 Magnum big blocks, delivering strong performance and highway comfort. By the late 1960s and into the muscle car era, Monaco models could be optioned with dual exhausts, upgraded suspensions, and performance tuning, making them unexpectedly quick for their size. The 1974 redesign brought the Monaco into the spotlight thanks to its appearance in the Blues Brothers, where its boxy frame, police package options, and 440 V8 earned it cult status as the Bluesmobile. These police package Monacos were revered for their durability, speed, and ruggedness. Many departments considered them among the best pursuit vehicles of the era. Though the nameplate faded by the late 1970s and briefly returned in the 1990s on a rebadged Renault, the classic Monaco is remembered as a quintessential big American car, powerful, bold, and unapologetically full-size. Would you daily drive a vintage Monaco or build it into the ultimate cruiser or Bluesmobile tribute? Number 12. The Mercury Ape was the first automobile line produced by Ford's Mercury division. Introduced in 1939 as a stylish and powerful mid-tier option between Ford and Lincoln, and it quickly earned a reputation for performance and design. Powered by the proven Ford flathead V8 engine, initially rated at 95 horsepower, the Mercury Ape offered smooth acceleration and strong reliability, wrapped in a longer, more refined body than its Ford siblings. Throughout the 1940s and early 1950s, the model evolved through 3 generations, with the 1949 to 1951 Mercury Apes becoming especially iconic thanks to their bold styling, wraparound fenders, generous chrome, and low-slung look. These post-war models became favorites among hot rodders and customizers, forming the basis for the classic lead sled movement, where enthusiasts chopped roofs, shaved trim, and smooth body lines to create sleek, one-of-a-kind cruisers. The Mercury Ape was immortalized in pop culture driven by James Dean, celebrated in rockabilly and lowrider communities, and forever linked to rebellious post-war Americana. Despite ending production after 1951 in favor of newer Mercury models, the Ape's legacy remains strong, cherished today for its timeless style and cultural impact. Would you restore a Mercury Ape to factory condition or turn it into the ultimate custom cruiser with a chopped top and white walls? Number 10. The Ford Gran Torino, produced from 1972 to 1976, was a bold, muscular evolution of the Torino line, designed to blend American performance with striking design and everyday practicality. Introduced as a response to the shifting tastes of the early 1970s, the Gran Torino featured sweeping body lines, a wide grille, and a fastback or formal roofline depending on the trim, giving it a powerful presence whether parked or in motion. Engine choices range from economical 6 cylinders to robust V8 South, like the 351 Cleveland 429, and the high-performance 460 cubic inch big block, offering up to 250 horsepower and strong torque for highway cruising or drag strip fun. While not a pure muscle car, The Gran Torino could be optioned with performance packages like the Sports Roof, Rally Suspension, or Magnum 500 wheels, making it a credible contender in the personal performance market. The 1974 to 1976 models gained even more fame thanks to the red and white striped Gran Torino driven by Starsky and Hutch in the popular TV series, turning the car into a pop culture icon. Inside, it offered comfortable seating, a smooth ride, and the option of high-end features for the time, including air conditioning, bucket seats, and wood grain trim. Today, the Gran Torino is remembered not just for its screen presence, but for representing a stylish blend of muscle-era looks and personal luxury. Would you build one into a Starsky and Hutch tribute or cruise the streets in a sleeper with classic big block rumble? Number 11. The Mercedes-Benz 600, produced from 1963 to 1981, was the pinnacle of German engineering and opulence, designed to serve as the ultimate luxury limousine for heads of state, celebrities, and the world's elite. Known internally as the W100, the 600 was offered in both short-wheelbase sedan and long-wheelbase Pullman configurations, with some models stretching over 20 feet and featuring partitioned rear compartments, jump seats, and even landaulet convertible roofs. Under its imposing hood sat a massive 6.3-liter M100 V8 engine, producing around 250 horsepower and mated to a smooth 4-speed automatic transmission, offering effortless power to move its nearly 3-ton body. What truly set the 600 apart was its complex central hydraulic system, which powered nearly everything: windows, seats, sunroof, trunk lid, and even the self-leveling suspension with near-silent precision. The ride quality was unmatched, and the interior was filled with the finest leather, wood, and chrome, hand-assembled to perfection. Owners included everyone from Elvis Presley and John Lennon to dictators and royalty, giving the 600 an aura of mystique and authority. Despite its complexity and high maintenance demands, the 600 remains a symbol of absolute automotive dominance, engineered without compromise and built for those who demanded nothing less than the best. Would you preserve its luxury legacy or restomod it into the ultimate V8-powered statement piece? Number 9. The Dodge Challenger RT Road Track debuted in 1970 as Dodge's answer to the muscle car wars, bringing aggressive styling, potent V8 power, and moper attitude to the pony car segment. Built on the Chrysler E-Body platform, the Challenger RT shared DNA with the Plymouth Barracuda, but featured a longer wheelbase and bolder design, including a wide stance, sculpted fenders, and a distinctive split grille that gave it a menacing presence on the street. Buyers could choose from a variety of high-performance engines, starting with the 383 Magnum, moving up to the 446-pack, and culminating in the legendary 426 AMI, each delivering thunderous power and raw muscle. Paired with either a 4-speed, manual, or a torque-flight automatic transmission, the RT was equally at home burning rubber or cruising with confidence. Optional packages like the RT Say Special Edition added luxury touches, while hood scoops, stripes, and rally wheels reinforced its performance image. Though emissions regulations and insurance costs began to weaken muscle car momentum in the early 70s, the original Challenger RT left a lasting impression thanks to its combination of style, speed, and attitude. Revived in modern form decades later, the Challenger RT still carries the spirit of its predecessor, reminding enthusiasts what real Detroit muscle feels like. Would you go for a classic 426 Hemi beast, or build a modern tribute with vintage looks and updated power? Number 8. The Cadillac Series 75 Fleetwood limousine was the pinnacle of American formal luxury from the 1930s through the 1980s, built to chauffeur presidents, dignitaries, and the elite in unmistakable style. Produced in limited numbers each year, the Series 75 featured an extended wheelbase, formal roofline, and Fleetwood coachwork, Cadillac's in-house design studio, known for crafting the brand's most opulent vehicles. Inside, the limousine was often configured with a glass partition, jump seats, footrests, and lavish appointments like high-grade leather or broadcloth upholstery, wood grain trim, and rear climate controls, all tailored for passenger comfort and privacy. Under the hood, these long wheelbase Cadillacs carried powerful V8 engines, such as the 390, 429, and later the massive 472 and 500 cubic inch motors, delivering smooth, quiet torque ideal for moving their considerable bulk with grace. The Series 75's sheer presence, long, wide, and dignified, made it a favorite for state functions, embassies, and funeral fleets. With each model year, it maintained conservative elegance while evolving mechanically, adapting new suspension and brake technologies without ever sacrificing its regal character. Today, the Cadillac Series 75 Fleetwood limousine stands as a monument to traditional American luxury, craftsmanship, and prestige. Would you preserve one as a chauffeur-driven classic or convert it into a show-stopping custom cruiser? Number 7. The Mustang GT390 Fastback, especially in its iconic 1967-1968 form, was a muscle car legend that combined sleek fastback styling with raw big block power, earning its place in both automotive history and pop culture. Powered by Ford's 390 cubic inch V8 engine, the GT delivered over 320 horsepower and loads of torque, launching the Mustang beyond its pony car roots into true performance territory. Paired with either a 4-speed manual or a heavy-duty automatic, and supported by a GT-specific suspension, front disc brakes, dual exhausts, and performance tires, the 390 Fastback could back up its aggressive looks with serious road manners. The Fastback body gave it a dynamic silhouette, while optional touches like fog lights, GT badging, and styled steel wheels added to its muscular charisma. Most famously, the 1968 Mustang GT390 Fastback shot to superstardom in Bullitt, driven by Steve McQueen in one of cinema's most legendary car chases through the streets of San Francisco, a moment that forever cemented its legacy, though eventually overshadowed by even more powerful Mustangs like the 428 Cobra Jet. The 390 Fastback remains a balanced blend of style, power, and drivability. Would you relive the Bullitt dream behind the wheel, or build your own big block Fastback for the modern road? Number 6. The Lincoln Continental Mark IV, produced from 1972 to 1976, was the epitome of American personal luxury, long, bold, and unapologetically extravagant. Riding on a full-size chassis shared with the Ford Thunderbird, the Mark IV stretched over 19 feet in length and featured a distinctively styled body with a long hood, short deck, hidden headlights, and a signature faux spare tire hump molded into the rear trunk lid. Under the hood, every Mark IV came standard with Ford's massive 460 cubic inch V8, delivering smooth torque and effortless highway cruising, paired to a 3-speed automatic transmission. Inside, the Mark IV delivered pure 1970s opulence with velour or leather seating, thick carpeting, wood grain trim, power everything, and options like Cart E-branded clocks, opera windows, and 8-track players. Despite its sheer size, the Mark IV was surprisingly refined on the road, offering a soft, quiet ride thanks to its cushy suspension and sound insulation. Special edition models, like the ultra-luxurious Designer Series trims released in 1976, added even more prestige, with custom interior and exterior palettes selected by top fashion houses. Though it was a product of an era focused more on style than performance, the Mark IV remains an icon of American luxury excess and personal statement motoring. Would you keep one stock and cruise in comfort, or build a slammed custom boulevard cruiser from this rolling palace? Number 5. The Cadillac El Dorado was a bold expression of American luxury and innovation. Produced from 1953 to 2002 across 12 generations. But it's the late 1960s to late 1970s models that truly cemented its icon status. Starting in 1967, the El Dorado adopted front-wheel drive, an unusual and advanced layout for a luxury coupe of its size paired with massive V8 engines like the 429 and later the legendary 500 cubic inch V8, making it one of the most powerful front-wheel drive cars of its time. With sleek, angular styling, hidden headlights, and razor-sharp fender lines, the El Dorado stood apart from anything else on the road, radiating elegance and confidence. Inside, it was a rolling suite of comfort, offering plush seating, power everything wood grain accents, and technological firsts like automatic climate control and twilight sentinel lighting. The El Dorado was never about performance in a sporty, since it was about smooth, effortless cruising with commanding presence and unshakable comfort. Whether parked outside a country club or gliding down a boulevard, it exuded prestige and style. Though later years saw it downsized and refined, the classic El Dorado remains a symbol of peak American luxury motoring. Would you float one down the highway in stock form or build a custom lowrider worthy of its name? Number 4. The Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, produced from 1965 to 1980, marked a revolutionary shift for the storied British marque, blending timeless craftsmanship with groundbreaking technology and a more modern design ethos. It was the first Rolls-Royce to feature unibody construction, which improved rigidity and space efficiency, and came equipped with a self-leveling hydropneumatic suspension system initially developed with Citroën that delivered a ride so smooth it became legendary. Powered by a refined 6.2-liter V8, later increased to 6.75 liters. Paired with a smooth GM-sourced automatic transmission, the Silver Shadow wasn't built for speed, but for effortless, whisper-quiet travel. Inside, the cabin was a showcase of traditional luxury: hand-stitched leather, deep wool carpets, and polished walnut veneer, assembled by artisans to exacting standards. From the soft click of the chrome switchgear to the nearly silent operation of the engine, every detail reflected Rolls-Royce's commitment to silent, dignified motoring. Despite its conservative styling, the Silver Shadow became a favorite among celebrities, diplomats, and royalty, and it remains one of the best-selling Rolls-Royce models ever. Today, it stands as a symbol of old-world grace meeting mid-century innovation. Would you preserve its stately charm or modify it into a rebellious take on British luxury? Number 3. The Cadillac Coupe Deville was a defining symbol of American luxury and presence, especially during its heyday from the 1950s through the 1970s, when it ruled the road with its extravagant size, chrome-laden style, and effortless cruising power. Introduced as a hardtop coupe in 1949, the Coupe Deville evolved into a cultural icon, with each generation pushing the boundaries of luxury and design. By the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Deville featured Cadillac's massive 472 and later 500 cubic inch V8 engines, delivering smooth, commanding power paired with a silky turbo-hydromatic automatic transmission. The ride was plush and quiet, thanks to a soft suspension and meticulous insulation, while the interiors offered velour or leather seating, wood grain trim, power everything, and room to stretch out like a living room on wheels. Its long, sweeping body lines, signature tail fins, especially in earlier years, and wide grille made it instantly recognizable as Cadillac's statement of prestige and success. The Coupe Deville wasn't just transportation, it was an experience, a symbol of having arrived. Whether seen pulling up to a gala or cruising down Main Street, it carried an undeniable aura. Would you keep one as a preserved classic or transform it into a custom boulevard cruiser dripping with style? Number 2. The Ford Crown Victoria was a full-size sedan that earned legendary status in American automotive history for its durability, comfort, and versatility, especially as a favorite of police departments, taxi fleets, and long-distance drivers. Produced from 1992 to 2011 in its final iteration, the Crown Victoria rode on Ford's Panther platform, featuring body-on-frame construction and rear-wheel drive attributes that gave it a smooth ride, simple maintenance, and incredible longevity. Powered by a 4.6-liter modular V8 engine mated to a 4-speed automatic transmission, it delivered reliable performance and torque, well suited for both city cruising and highway patrol. The Police Interceptor P71 version was specifically engineered for law enforcement with upgraded suspension, cooling, and electrical systems, making it a tough, no-nonsense pursuit vehicle for over a decade. Inside, the Crown Vic prioritized space and function over flash, offering a roomy cabin, wide bench seats or optional buckets, and a massive trunk that could swallow anything from gear to groceries. Its conservative styling aged well, and its reputation for taking abuse without complaint made it beloved by taxi drivers, security companies, and enthusiasts seeking a bulletproof daily driver. Even after production ended, the Crown Victoria remains a fixture on roads, in collections, and on movie screens. Would you preserve a classic P71 or build a sleeper with V8 muscle and street presence? Number 1. The Pontiac Trans Am 25th Anniversary Edition, released in 1994, was a bold celebration of a muscle car legacy that stretched back to the golden age of American performance. Built on the fourth-generation Firebird platform, the 25th Anniversary Trans Am honored the nameplate's 1969 debut with distinctive styling and modern performance. Powered by a 5.7-liter LT1 V8 engine producing 275 horsepower, it delivered sharp acceleration, responsive handling, and a muscular exhaust note paired with either a 6-speed manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. What truly set the 25th anniversary model apart was its striking appearance. All units were finished in bright white, with a bold blue center stripe running from nose to tail. Inspired by the iconic 1970 Trans Am, special badging embroidered. 25th anniversary logos and 16-inch white-painted aluminum wheels gave it a clean, performance-focused look that stood out in an era of increasingly rounded designs. Inside, white leather seats with blue accents and unique stitching carried the theme into the cabin, making it a collector's piece from the start. Limited to just 2,000 units, the 25th Anniversary Trans Am remains a standout among modern muscle cars, a perfect blend of retro tribute and 90s firepower. Would you keep one stock as a garage-kept collectible, or give it modern upgrades and drive it like it was meant to be?